Well, anyway, welcome everybody to the first episode of Slice and Dice, where a bunch of nerdy non-voice actors play some Dungeons and Dragons. I'm the DM Ben. We have Madison.
Hi.
We have Michael.
Hello.
We have Emily.
Hey guys.
We have Allie.
Hi.
We have Rose.
Hello.
Alyssa.
Hello.
And Marty.
No.
All right. So, last time, on our first session, everyone took part in the Festival of the Great Hunt, enjoying a lot of games and wares that were around, even shutting down some of the games. You outdrank a Goliath, single-handedly arm-wrestled a female half-orc into submission, as well as making an elven man flee the event in fear he killed or injured someone.
My bad.
Liar.
Well, I lost the hand just before that.
After all that fun, the final and main event took place, the Great Hunt. You all set out to try and clutch onto the prize of the Huntsman title and dart into the foggy pine forest that surrounds Graveloft. Some of you found a spectacle, a huge elk grazing in the middle of the forest, and after some careful questions and movements, you followed it further into the forest. The rest of you found your mark and were about to take it back when a large boar with horns curling upwards charged into the group, almost killing one of you outright. Together, you destroyed the boar and set it up presentably with a deer tied upon its head and set out back towards the town. As you returned with the majestic Bork, you were all given a prize as well as the title of the Huntsman. You all went into the inn for the night's rest, and that's where we will come back into. So, all of you, after the long day of fun and games and almost dying to a giant evil-looking boar, you all go to sleep. Most of you have a very peaceful rest. But for Lisa,
Oh boy.
you as you find your way to sleep, and it takes you a bit just to fall asleep. You toss and turn slightly as visions of your family flash in your mind. The images of you running frantically towards them and finding them where they laid. You slowly close your eyes for a moment and open them up again, finding yourself upon a bridge of light in an abyss of black. You look both ways, trying to find out where the bridge leads, and your gaze meets with a crouched-over man in dark robes and a small lantern in his right hand. You blink once, and he is gone, and instead a mirror stands before you. You stare at it for a moment before instinctively going out to touch it, and it ripples at your touch, almost like waves of water. Soon the vision of yourself ripples as well, and you see yourself standing in your reflection, you, untouched by the events prior. You stare at them for a moment before a flash of light blinds you as you awake, a beam of sun peering through the window of your room.
Okay, so I saw myself before.
Yeah, everything that
What happened? Okay.
Everyone else, you have a pretty nice rest, and you all get up. Farn.
Yes, sir.
As you get up, you see under your door, or at your door, there's a note that slipped under it.
I would like to check for traps.
Alright, roll for trap finding. Roll perception.
Is there a bomb in the envelope?
Check for anthrax.
That would be
What is it?
19.
19? Yeah, you just look at it, you lift it up with your dagger. No, it's not trapped, it's just a letter.
I slowly open it.
Okay. As you look at the back of it, you see it has a wax seal that you're familiar with from your hometown.
Awesome.
And as you open it, you look at it, and it's information from your contact from the guild. They have written to you noting that your father has been arrested.
I am very confused at this and start running through in my head of what all could have happened and if I'm being manipulated and all that from the Thieves Guild.
I mean, as you continue to read on, it's from the was it the gnome or the half elf that helped trained you? Basically, your partner in crime.
Oh, the halfway.
Yeah, she's the one writing to you, and she's basically informing you that your father's been arrested, and that you should probably go back to your town and figure out what's been going on and like why he's arrested. And if you don't want to go that route, she says there's always the other way.
Slowly fold the note back up and stick it in one of my pockets.
Okay. So you just like stick it in your coat pocket and then make your way downstairs. So yeah, all of you awake and find yourselves down in like the actual inn. You're all treated to a nice breakfast, some drink.
I probably got up early and helped make pancakes.
Just plain pancakes?
Oh,
No,
I mean,
Bork pancakes with spices.
well, of course there's spices. There's always spices. Probably got the Bork and made like some scrapple, and made friends with all the like the cooks and people, and we swapped recipes.
Yeah, you get a couple of like local Graveloft recipes, and of course they all ask you about how you made the Bork stew, because they loved it and they want to know how to make it again.
Oh, of course I shared.
Yeah.
I mean, most of it was improvising, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you share notes. You cook everybody pancakes. You take a little bit of Bork stew. Still, maybe you take some of the dry to make like some Bork bacon.
Excellent.
And you serve it up for everybody. And as you're all like eating, you look out the window. You see that the town is dying down in commotion. People are slowly bringing down the decorations from the festival as many people begin to set out of the town. A lot of people are riding out on caravans or on horses or carts from when they came back. And compared to yesterday, the town seems pretty dead. But you see that a lot of people, that are farmers, they're setting out to go into the fields that surround Graveloft to get ready for the harvest.
Have we all gotten the rings yet, or were they making them for us?
No, they gave them to you that night. Because while
Do I?
Go ahead.
Sorry. Do I by any chance see my dagger juggling friend?
Make a perception check.
Okay, one moment.
By dagger juggling friend, do you mean the guy I made faint, or?
I do indeed. I rolled a 13.
I thought we ran him out of town.
Yeah, as you're looking around, you don't see Elvisar anywhere. You can guess that in his panic he left town, like immediately before any guards can like catch up to him.
For those of you just joining us, our dear friend Lisa made a poor dagger juggling guy almost no, he did pass out in terror because
He did.
he thought that you accidentally chopped your arm off with one of his knives.
Yep. Well, my left hand, since I was missing it anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Not my intention, but nevertheless entertaining.
And he fled to town in fear of a lawsuit.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you're all seated at a table eating and enjoying breakfast.
So, what's everybody's plan for today? Because, I don't know about you, but I want to go hunt down that giant deer elk thing.
I feel like that's not something we should hunt down.
Well,
He
not
seemed
so
a
much
bit
hunt.
celestial.
I would certainly be interested in finding out more about it.
We can see if anyone knows anything.
I
True.
don't have any plans.
Okay.
Hey Ben, is there an innkeeper behind the bar?
Yeah. You see the the same gentleman that you and Shara were trying to convince to get a cheaper room.
And it worked too.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you see him.
You're welcome.
He's cleaning out some glasses for a couple of people that like came in for like some ale before they went out to go on the farm.
I'm gonna get up and go and talk to the innkeeper, and I'm gonna kind of like motion to Shay to come with me so we can ask this guy something real quick.
I'm definitely following because she can't be trusted to speak to people on her own.
Yeah, so you two, approach, and he's like cleaning a glass. He goes, "Oh, it's you two. What can I help you with? You want something else to drink? Juice?
Oh no, thank you. We're fine, and breakfast is fantastic, by the way. Just wanted to ask you if you've seen a ridiculously beautiful woman pass through town anytime recently. Like, so beautiful she probably shouldn't exist on this plane.
Got anything else besides really attractive?"
I'm just gonna look at Shay, like, help me out here, Shay.
Hold on, I'm sending Ben something I forgot to send him during the week.
Oh.
Well, you're fired.
Secrets.
Ooh, my own whispers. I love this.
Whisper. I like to whisper too.
Kind of got my head on a swivel because even though I know my town doesn't have as much interaction with this one because this was such a big event, I'm still a bit paranoid.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take out a piece of paper that's got that symbol on it, and I'm going to slide it across and say that she may have had this symbol on her somewhere.
Yeah, the barkeep and keep, like, he just looks at it and goes, no, that doesn't seem familiar. Maybe try talking to the local church we have here, the Two Fates.
I doubt she would go anywhere near a church. That's probably the last place she'd want to go.
If-
What about a pretty lady with a ridiculously large amount of money? He drinks on the house, best room in the house. Anybody?
No, there was a lot of people coming in yesterday for ale and such, and they paid. The festival's usually a busy time of year, so it's really hard to keep track of who paid a large amount. And he points you to as well. The two of you probably paid the most out of, from what I remember.
I'm just gonna look at Shay and sigh, and well, no leads here.
Perhaps you should stop by the church.
He does say, if you, if they have a lot of money, and he glances over at Farron for a second, and he looks at you two. He goes like, the dwarves usually have a lot more gold than we do, and they have a lot more, from what I'm told, peculiar items for purchase. So maybe she went there. I don't know.
She would be fleeing. Probably. Right, Shay? She would be fleeing?
She could have changed her appearance, too.
I'm not paying any attention to any of this. I'm rereading my note.
Yep. Yeah, just
And
over
I haven't
and
really.
just over and over again. You're just thinking like, all right, I did this. This should have been set in stone. Why has this happened? Like, just over and over. You're like, I did everything that they asked me to. So why is this happening?
I'm just sitting. There's a fireplace in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of sitting away from the group, like casually listening to just like a general conversation around the table, but like kind of just staring into the fireplace.
Okay.
I'm probably jabbering away to Scorcha. Like, so you don't use any weapons at all? So you just hit people with a stick? That's amazing. So how does that work? I mean, is there any like magic involved, or do you just hit them like really, really hard?
The whole body is a weapon.
Whoa! You just kind of blew my mind right there.
I'm just trying to eat my breakfast.
I probably don't notice, and I'm still just jabbering away. So where do you even learn how to do stuff like that? I mean, it took me forever just to learn how to shoot, and I can't even imagine actually, taking down something as big as that boar with just a stick. I mean, you're impressive, is what I'm saying.
You have my thanks.
La 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 la. Millie is a little doesn't like awkward silences too much, so when she doesn't know what to do, she just starts kind of humming to herself.
I love her.
I'm gonna thank the innkeeper for his information, and I guess go sit down and finish my breakfast.
Wait, were you gonna ask him about the giant elk?
Oh, you mean the one we saw? Or
Yeah,
the whole Bork?
Well,
the one we saw in the woods.
Yeah, to be fair, it was Lisa, Millie, Shara, and Visenya that all saw it.
And he probably wouldn't know anything about something like that, something divine like that. Probably wouldn't. That's not something. That's not a regular occurrence.
We could consult someone in a church or a temple or something if you wanted to get more information, but I think we kind of pulled a lot of that out just from the roll, whoever rolled the highest last time.
Okay. Well, hey team, powwow at the table. So, I don't know about you guys, but I want to go I think it might be a good idea to figure out where that giant deer thing went. Because I don't know if all of you saw it, but it was huge. And I, for one, would like to go look for it. What do you guys think?
I've seen something like that in the woods a couple of times. He seems to keep to himself. Doesn't belong to any herd that I've seen.
I think he makes his presence known when he wants to.
Yeah, I don't know if he's someone we're going to be able to find unless he wants to be found.
Well, then do we go back to where we last saw him and hope and see if maybe if he wants to talk to us, he'll pop up again?
What do you want from him exactly?
Well, I don't know. He looked like he was taking us somewhere, though.
He had to have appeared to us for a reason.
I think it was so we could all meet.
It couldn't hurt to check out the scene a little bit more. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I prefer the woods anyways.
Trip to the woods. Field trip.
Team Ranger! Woo!
Yeah, someone's gonna have to help me because I'm not very good at tracking.
Yeah, so who's going to go out and go take a look at this site again?
I can go ahead and do that. I've lived in these woods for a while. I know them pretty well.
Is anyone else going with Carrie?
I'm going.
I'll go with her.
Okay.
I'll go too.
I'll tag along. I have nothing else to do.
Okay.
I'm
We
tagging
all just
along.
go? Everybody goes.
So pretty much everyone's going?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you
Never split the party.
Never stop the party.
Why
It's
not?
so
It
true,
sounds
though.
like a great idea.
No, never split the party.
So yeah, you all finish your meal. You wave and bid farewell to the innkeeper, and you start making your way out of Graveloft. And as you're making your way out, you see this old like hunched over man, like super really old, has like a farmer hat on, like a little overalls, and has like a cane. And like,
Does he look like the guy that I saw in my dream?
make a perception check.
While she's doing that, I give him some food.
Um, as you come up, he looks, he goes like,
That's an 8.
like, he looks like an old man, so that's the only thing that's connecting the two. They both seem to have the same long beard, but beyond that, there's nothing else that looks the same.
Does he have any symbols of the silver flame or anything on him?
From your perception check, no, you don't really see. You just see like he looks like a farmer. That's what his his outfit presents, is that he's a farmer.
Okay.
And Scorcher, you're gonna give him some food.
Yes.
Okay. As you come up, he looks at you, squints, he goes like, "You, are you a huntsman?"
I am. Do you need anything, Father?
He looks, he goes, "Where's everyone? Oh." He waves his cane, he goes, "Yes, I need your help."
I instantly run over. Oh, we can help. We're very helpful people.
Who's saying that?
Down here, it's cool. I'm short. Hi.
And he adjusts these really thick rimmed glasses. He goes, "Oh, there you are.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, I was hoping to find the Huntsmen after the festival is over for a little trouble I'm having. But there's..." He stops and he slowly counts. "There's 7 of you. It's a lot more than I thought, but yes, I need your help.
What's your problem, sir?
Something's been taking my cows. They've been missing for a couple of days now, and one by one my cows keep disappearing, and I do dairy. I'm a dairy farmer. A lot of work making butter. But they've just gone missing from my fields, and I was hoping the huntsman could help, because I know you made that delicious pork stew."
I did.
Yes.
And where are my manners? I'm Millie. What's your name?
Farron Bridgewater.
Farron. You say Bridgewater?
Yes.
Oh, so nice to meet you. I'm so sorry about your cows.
No, well, I hope you can help me get them.
Is there any evidence that they've been taken besides just that they disappear? Any blood or signs of struggle?
Oh yes. Usually, I had about. He's pausing. He's thinking for a moment. About 20 cows, and now I'm down to about 13. Usually 1 or 2 go away in the night, and I usually come out to find a pool of blood, soaking the grass, and I have to wash it and don't freak out the other cow. And he starts rambling about taking care of farm animals and
I heard a story about something similar like this happening to a group of adventurers.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was some sort of giant bird. Do you think by any chance it could be something like that?
But no, I don't raise birds. I raise cows.
There's no other evidence. You haven't found anything else besides the blood? No patches of fur or claw marks or anything in the ground?
Giant feathers.
No, just really, just drag marks towards, out of the field into the rocky area, into the forest behind. I would go, but I'm an old man. My adventuring days are over. But,
Can you lead us to your field, Father, that we may track it from there?
Oh, yes, of course. He seems a little bit more excited. He starts like using his cane. He goes like starts slowly hobbling. He goes, "Argh!" Like his back hurts, and he like stops to breathe a bit, and he keeps on like hobbling towards a cart.
Is this what we're doing now? Taking care of people's cows?
Well, he needs help, and he looks old.
No one has to follow me to help him.
I just keep following him.
I'm walking right after him.
He leads you to this like pretty big cart, and you see there's a bunch of like bags of like food and like rations. There seems to be like a bunch of casks of wine. He seems to have bought a lot of food at the festival. And he starts hopping on his cart. He goes, it'll take about 2 days to get to my farm. If you have anything to do before you need to come with me, that be my guest. You are the huntsman. You're free to do as you wish.
I have nowhere to be. Does anybody else?
A question for the DM. How far away was that area where we, killed the boar and saw the giant deer thing?
Yeah, so if you're looking at the map, basically where you saw the boar and everything was like probably up here in this section of the woods. If you see the ping. It was mostly because everyone was out here in the field ready to go out, and everyone dispersed into the forest, and roughly it was northeast of Graveloft where you saw it.
So
would I have any idea of what lives in the woods that could be taking them?
Yeah, you can make a nature check, I guess. Yeah, nature check.
Can I do that too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's going to be a 7.
Okay. Millie?
1 second.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a 20.
Ooh, nice.
Woo!
For your best knowledge, Millie, knowing what you saw in these woods and from the boar, maybe a bear or something, like maybe something really big can just like go and take the cow, but he said he didn't see any claw marks or anything. There was no like scraps of fur or anything that he saw. But to the best of your knowledge, you would imagine like maybe a bear or a dire wolf or something could have possibly gone out and taken it, but.
Now this is so it could like there's some like giant creatures around, like giant bears and wolves and stuff. Or now this might be me going out on a limb. How about a giant deer? I take that your side
Are you always
approval.
I feel like giant deer don't eat meat.
I'm just standing in the back with my eyes closed. I'm just kind of shaking my head.
To let you know, the 2 days journey would lead you to this corner here. So you'd be going through the woods.
Oh, so we'll be on our way.
Yeah.
Well, if our farmer friend's fine with it, we could stop over and check out the scene.
I'm sure he'll need to take several breaks on the way to his home.
Yeah.
Based on his age.
Works for me. Is everybody else fine with that?
I'm just following you, lovely ladies.
I have nowhere else to go.
So
I have no problem with it.
So what's your plan? Is it to follow the farmer, and then when you get close to where you think you saw the elk, you're going to drop off, or what?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I think we are just going to ask him when we get to that point of the woods if we could just take a break for him a little bit so we could check something out.
Okay.
in there, and then we'll be right back.
All right.
So Shay, should we check out the church first, and then meet them in the woods?
You can check out the church if you like, but I have no interest in going near it.
You don't want to see if they have any information? I mean, the innkeep did seem pretty certain that might be a good spot. Why don't you just wait outside for me, outside of the church?
That I can do.
Perhaps we should all go then.
Shay and I are gonna go check out that church at the. I don't know if you heard us asking the innkeep about some information, but we're gonna check out that church in town.
Okay.
Or
Which church?
what was it called, Ben? The Two Fates or something?
Yeah,
right?
it's the Church of the Two Fates.
Okay.
And everyone knows that this is like common knowledge. At least the base religion that everyone has is of the Two Fates. They're almost like their symbol is almost like a scale. And they are the ones that are basically the over deities of life and death. And they're called the Two Fates because they're a pair.
It's possible they might have some idea about the elk as well, so it couldn't hurt to check.
Ooh, very good point.
I mean,
Mr.
there was a spirit writing on it that understood Celestial, so...
Definitely a good idea to ask the church about it then.
What was the old man's name again? I totally forgot to write it down.
Varon, Varon.
Mr. Varon, do you mind if we go check out one or two things first, and then we'll come back and we can head out and see what's taking your cows?
Of course, you're the huntsman. You can do whatever, and it's Mr. Bridgewall.
Mr. Bridge, I'm so sorry about that. And please, the Huntsman thing is a really new development, and it's just because we killed one thing. So that really shouldn't give us any like preferential treatment or anything.
Don't worry, Mary. Don't worry.
It was Millie, but close enough.
Millie?
Yeah, like Millicent, but who the heck goes by Millicent? So Millie.
Okay, Maleficent. Gotcha.
I will take it. That is actually kind of amazing. Thank you.
So, who is heading towards the church?
I will.
That's also mine.
I'm
I'll tag
going,
along.
but I'm staying outside when we get there.
Okay.
So wait, is everyone going to the church?
Well, we don't all have to go to the. Shay and I should probably go. It's probably definitely a good idea. The rest of you guys, if you just want to head, it's not that far, right, Ben? It's at like a crossroads where I saw the ping earlier. Is that correct?
For what?
To where close by where the guy's farm is, right?
Yeah, it'll take about 2 days, and it'll be at this corner here. But the church is within Graveloft, so you could you're still in Graveloft. You haven't left yet.
Yeah. So theoretically, Shay and I are going to this church. We have to.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie's more than welcome to come with us. But if the rest of the party wants to split up and start heading towards the crossroads, we can meet them there.
That's up to you and your party.
That sounds like a good idea.
Works for me.
Okay, so who's going and who's staying?
I'm gonna stay because going to the church or staying?
So who's gonna
Graveloft.
stay with the farmer?
I'm gonna stay with the farmer.
I'll stay with the farmer. We seem to be bonding.
I am hesitant to go anywhere near churches.
Lisa, anyone else?
I'll stay with the farmer.
Okay, Farron. Carrie.
I'll go to the church.
Okay, church. Rose.
It looks like she had to step out for a moment.
Oops, sorry. All right. So, and then Shara, Visenya, and Carrie are gonna go to the church. Okay. Well, regardless of what Rose picks, I'll just plop her in. Doesn't matter. So the 3 or 4 of you go towards the church. And it's not very hard to find. A lot of the buildings here are made of like pine wood and stone. You see the church, like you could point out directly. It is this large, like pine building, but there's marble. There's like black and white stone built into it. Do you have to go to bed now? Hold on one second.
Okay, Visenya, so what is it you were wanting to talk to the church about? I wasn't quite following along with that.
We can meet you guys there. Our stepmother, well, she was, murdered our father and burnt down all of our ships for our business and our home.
Well, that sucks.
I know what it's like to have someone supposedly you can trust betray you like that.
Well, she's a she's not an average person. She's actually a
She's a succubus.
That explains a lot.
Oh, so that literally sucks. Okay. Huh.
God damn it.
You're laughing at our pain.
Sorry, I'm not even here.
It was an aside.
I was laughing at our pain.
I'm back.
Well said,
Oh
Billy.
my god.
I apparently missed something. Apologies.
Unintentional succubus joke.
I could always hear it back on the recording. Nice.
Yeah, you can watch this part when you watch our show.
Okay. So, where was I? Yeah, the Church of the Two Fates is pretty easy to like. It stands out. It is a mixture of white and black stone. Pretty. It's not taller than above like a lot of the buildings, but it's like just a little bit. And there's a giant bell on the top of it. And as you approach, there are 2 doors that are open, and you can see inside.
Can we see anyone inside?
You make a perception check.
17.
Yeah, you see a couple of figures in robes. They have like the hoods are drawn over. They're a mixture of this black and white accented robes with a little bit of gold trim along it. And there seems to be one woman, elven woman with her hood drawn back, and she seems to be talking to a couple of the people that are inside in the pews, and they're sitting and praying. And there seem to be doing a little service as you guys are approaching.
I'm going to sit back and wait until it seems like they're done because I don't want to interrupt.
Okay.
I'm gonna hand Visenya the piece of paper that has the symbol on it, and then just stand outside with my arms crossed, looking real unhappy.
Okay. Yeah, see you, Visenya, are you gonna do anything?
First I'm gonna give Shay some crap for pouting.
Okay.
And I'm gonna quietly as I can in chainmail, take one of the they're like pews, right? Like a regular church, like pews?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a full house or?
No, it seems to be kind of sparse. You get the impression that a lot of people that are here, they're farmers and such, but they usually go there for like a prayer service before they actually go out to the farms.
Okay, I'm gonna take a seat in the very back so as not to, interrupt the service and distract everybody from their prayers.
Okay.
And wait until the service is over.
Okay. I'm gonna pan back real quick to everyone else. So the rest of you, oh, I can now ask Rose. Rose, real quick.
Yes.
Are you gonna stick with the group that's gonna travel with the farmer, or are you gonna stick with the group that went to the church?
In the group with the farmer.
Okay. All right. So everybody, except for the sisters and Carrie. All right. So the rest of you, the farmer's, sitting and waiting for a moment, and then he's like, should we wait for your friends, or,
No, I believe they're meeting us halfway. There's a spot if you're cool with it, we wanted to make a stop along the way to your place. But other than that, I think we're good to go.
They can catch up.
All right. Well, get on the cart, and we'll get going. Just holler when you need to stop, and I'll stop the cart. Like, all of you try and, like, get onto this, like, cart, and there's, like, a lot of food and stuff. You have to, like, move some of the stuff around to, like, have seats. There seems to be enough space in the front for someone to sit next to, Varen.
I'm gonna walk. If I can. I don't know how fast the cart moves, so I don't know if I'll be able to keep up. If not, I'll get on the cart, but like in the back. But
I mean, he has like 2 horses that are attached to the cart, and like you initially start walking, and like you see that he's not forcing them to go fast, so you could keep up the pace with them.
Okay, I'll walk for a bit, and then if I get tired, I'll sit down.
Okay.
I'll sit up front with the farmer because I'm sure we have a lot to discuss.
Oh.
Whether or not he can, hear me.
Yeah. So the rest of you start making your way out towards on the road, and for the most part, you guys don't really run into anything. It seems that the path, like, you still see like the forest around you. The trees are towering over you. There seems to be the fog that like kind of rolls out into the pathway, but it seems to like just reach the edges of it, but without touching the actual pathway leading, and you just slowly make your way out. Back to everyone at the church. You wait about maybe 5-10 minutes, and you see that the sermon is over. The elven woman says her final words, and everyone, she says, "May the fates be promising," and they say it is within their hands, and then they all stand up and they start leaving.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to the priestess, and is she busy? Is she trying to like split, or is she just hanging out in the thing?
She's still hanging out. You see that there are a couple other, they're like hooded robe figures, and there's a couple of young men and women. They seem to be like acolytes. They're like cleaning up the pews and making sure all the books are put back and everything. And she like, the elven woman's like looking over at a book on the lectern she read from.
Excuse me, priestess. I'm sorry to disturb your reading.
She stops and looks. She goes, "Oh, hello. Welcome to the Church of the Two Fates. You're the Huntsman, one of the 7.
That's correct, I am, and I'm gonna just hold on to my holy symbol, just bow my head, just respectful. I'm gonna motion to Carrie too to come up, because I know she wants to ask about that elk, so she can. I'm gonna,
I'll walk up and join you guys.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple questions, since I'm not from this town. I give her my family name. Does she know that name?
Just for everyone that's listening, what is your family name?
How do we say it? How do we say it?
Aaron.
Okay. She thinks for a moment. She goes, no. What town do you hail from?
I'm from Quith. That name, my family name doesn't ring a bell.
And then as soon as you say Quest, she goes, oh, and like she like, there's like recognition in her eyes. She goes, oh, I'm so sorry. My condolences for what happened.
Thank you. That's actually what why we're here. I show her that piece of paper that Shay gave me with that symbol on it.
Mm-hmm.
Priestess, you didn't happen to see a unbelievably beautiful woman pass through here, maybe either wearing that symbol or maybe have a piece of paper with it on it, or like maybe she might have changed her form, but her form, I'm gonna guess, is an extremely beautiful woman that probably doesn't even look like she's from this plane. Have you seen anybody like that pass through?
As soon as you show her the symbol, her eye, she's like just nods. She goes, yes, I a couple days prior to the festival, a woman of that description, especially with that symbol, tattooed onto her arm, came in.
She came in here?
No, I saw her in Graveloft. And she like looks at the symbol, and she goes like, for whatever reason she had that symbol, I'm not. It's something that we should not tamper with.
How long ago? 2 days, you said?
2 days. She came into town. She asked some questions about different places that are around here. Any old places of interest to find treasure. She kind of like gives like a very inquisitive look. She was like, she asked about the melting pot, but I'm not so certain as to why, but I thought she was a fool for trying to seek that treasure.
Priestess, that entity you were speaking with was actually a succubus.
She, as you say that, she like grabs like a holy symbol on her hand or on her neck, and she goes, that's probably why I felt great pull towards her, but I seem to have avoided her charm, if you say is what she is.
Well, thank the goddess for that. Is there any other information you can tell me? Did she stay in town?
She stayed for maybe a day before leaving and asking around about places of importance, the old human kingdoms, anything of that sort.
Did you happen to notice if she took anyone into her company? Men, women, both? Anybody else in town she might have charmed that we might be able to speak to?
No, not that I'm aware of. I'm mostly here in the church. I guess it was, and she like holds the symbol in her hand. She goes, I guess it was by the fates design for me to at least see this person to give you this knowledge.
Is there more than one inns in town?
From what you know, there was like maybe another one, but you seemed that the more popular one was the one you guys stayed at. Graveloft isn't like it isn't a city, but it's like a big enough village that there's maybe like 1 or 2 inns to hold like people that come in for trading.
Right. Okay. What's the other inn called?
Well, there's 2. There's the Rampant Run, and then there's the Broken Spire. That's the other one.
Where we staying at, Ben? Which
you-
inn did we stay at?
You guys stayed at the Rampant Run.
Okay. So then we need to check the other one. Okay. We have a few more questions for you, Priestess, if we're not disturbing you from your studies.
No, of course not. And she like looks to like a couple of the other hooded figures, and she waves them over. And she speaks in Elvish, if either of you know it.
Yeah, I'm an elf.
Yeah. She just talks about please take care of this for me. I'll be with you in a short while to take care of some blessings for the fields. And the person, like the hooded figure, nods and like goes off to like into like a side room to prepare what she asked for. And she goes, "What else do you need to ask of me?"
At this point, I'll kind of incline my head to her and just, greetings, priestess. I wanted to inquire about a presence we found in the forest. A few of my party members found during the Great Hunt. It was described as a giant elk with glowing horns, and I believe one of them said they saw a spirit on its back that understood Celestial.
That's exactly what it was.
She nods. She goes, "I know of this this sign that you speak of. A lot of Graveloft individuals speak of it. They say it's a messenger, a guardian of the forest that surround Graveloft, to make sure that none of ill will come to harm them. If you've seen it, then it must have been some sort of sign."
They not only saw it, they said it led them to the clearing where all of us came together.
She turns and looks at like behind her, and I guess you guys didn't notice it, but like as you look behind you, you see that there are these two towering figures carved into the stonework, and between them, they're both holding on to this scale at like the middle section of it, and they both seem to have like a mask covering their face. And she goes, "Maybe it was a message from the fates. Maybe," and she like smiles. She goes, "Maybe it's what fate has brought you together for this purpose, to defend the town for something that it cannot protect it from."
Wow, that's terrible news.
She looks, I guess, towards the two of you and goes, was the thing that you've protected the town from, was that boar?"
Yes, that was it.
She nods. She goes, "Well, based on what I saw of the bork that you brought, it seems to have been not a normal boar. It seemed to be touched, corrupted in sorts. It's fine to eat the meat, of course, once prepared, but there was something wrong with it."
It didn't seem like any normal boar I've seen before, and I've spent a good part of my life in these woods.
She nods. She goes, "I've been here for most of my life, and I've never seen a beast of that size, nor of that intensity of how it looked." And she looks like to the two of you, and she goes, "I would implore you to try and find what has caused this beast to have have changed.
Priestess, you wouldn't happen to think that the passing through of the succubus would have anything to do with beasts of the forest change? Maybe her corruption, certain beasts. I mean, is that a possibility?
It's possible. Knowing that symbol she had on her, she invoked the power of that symbol. Anything could happen from it. Could be what changed it. Maybe she changed its will. I don't know.
Do we want to inside check her and see if maybe she's holding something back?
It's up to you two.
Yeah, I'm gonna insight check her.
Okay.
Or not. That was a natural one.
Off to a good start.
Go team!
What do we add for insight? That's intel or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
That would be a 9 total.
Okay. To the two of you, she seems to be telling the truth. Like she's like trying. It almost seems like she's trying to piece together what it could mean, but she doesn't know. That's what you get from that insight. It's just that she is trying to figure out, from her being a succubus, from the symbol she wore, what it could mean, and what just the boar, what it could mean.
I don't have any further questions unless we're done here, correct?
That is all I needed. Thank you, priestess.
She bows and she goes, "Of course. May the fates watch over you."
And you as well.
She nods, and yeah, you like set out to leave.
Oh, before I leave, I'm gonna say to her, Priestess, just in case she happens to come back here, if you have any implements of protecting yourself or any of the townsfolk or your initiates from her charms, that might be a good idea.
She like smiles a little bit. She goes, I'm going to do that for certain. I'm pretty sure her charm didn't work on me because I'm of who I am." And like she points to her ears because she's an elf. She goes, "But for the other half races that are here, or even the few humans, I'll be sure to put up wards."
Well, I'm an elf, and my father was an elf, and she somehow got through.
She shrugs and goes, "I'm not for certain what that would entail, but maybe." And like she almost says it like with like a distaste in her mouth. She goes, "Maybe that was by the fate's design. I don't mean to put ill will towards your father's death or anything, but maybe it was the price to rid her of this world. I don't know. I'm not one to confer what the gods have in store."
I'm gonna just bow and say, "May the sea always provide," and head out.
She nods. She bows back in return. And she, you two walk out without, issue. But like as you two leave and you meet up with Shara, you see the doors are like not closed, but they're like partially still open. But it seems that they keep it a little shut. And you see the lights inside dim slightly.
Is she like freaking out in there? Is she doing stuff and like scurrying or reading or talking?
She's make a perception check.
One second. Natural fail.
It's you just see like shadows move about. You don't know if it's her or not, but you do hear in the echoing of the church. You hear, please get this. And she like points, and you just like hear like, you get this from me, and like you see her. She's like ordering people around. Whether it seems in like a frightened or like a fevered disposition, you don't know.
Okay, for the sake of time and gameplay, I'm going to just download Shay on what she said.
Okay. Yeah, so Shay, you know everything that you heard from Visenya and from Carrie. Oh my god. I'm going to pan back to the rest of the group. So the rest of you, you've been traveling for a little bit of time. Varen's talking to Millie about taking care of the cows and how long the milk needs to sit before you can turn it into butter or milk or to cheese, and like he's just going through all this like process of like farming.
Yeah, now we never raised cows, but my father knew someone who did, and he said that like if it's very interesting, like it's like different types of grass and grain cause like different type can make the milk taste different. I thought it was an old wives' tale, but what do I know? They're cows. It's kind of, but it's kind of amazing.
It's true. It also changes how the cheese tastes.
No, really?
Oh yes. The cheese from up here is completely different from Brailsford. It's all dependent on the type of grass and and he just keeps on going on about like, everything about like, what type of grass and like what you feed them and anything like that. And maybe this goes on for a little bit of time, and you Millie, you are like looking about the woods, and you are like, you're almost about the point where you think it might be good to get off to like find where the elk was.
Oh, so like it's looking familiar to me?
Yeah, like the surrounding forest seems a little bit more familiar.
Okay. Oh, so Mr. Varen, do you mind if we stop right here? I think this is the spot.
All right. And he he pulls on the reins, and the horse is whinny, and they stop, and he's like, how long do you think you'll be?
I don't know. We'll keep you posted, though. And I guess I hop down from the cart and start looking for any tracks or any sign of anything.
Yeah, make a survival check.
I will follow.
It is your favorite terrain. Does that give you advantage?
Ooh, I believe it does.
Let me check. Because just like Matt Mercer and it's not really
Yeah, you get advantage.
Okay.
Favorite terrain gives you advantage on checks.
Okay. So then, roll 2, take the higher.
Okay, so then that would be a 20.
Non-natural?
Yeah, it's a 15 plus 5.
Okay. Yeah, you go looking around, like you start going into the forest a bit. Farron's following behind you. And you slowly make your way back to where you think it was, and then you see in the dirt, you see those 4 footprints, like those big massive footprints. It's like where it was stagnant, and then you like look around, but you don't see any other. You just see where the 4 are.
Huh. Mr. Glowing Giant Deer person? Hi. It's me, Millie. I think we met yesterday. Was there anything you wanted to tell us? Or, I don't know, any signs? Or did we already follow the sign? You didn't make it clear. Hello?
The last time we followed him, I got gored by a boar.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just make a persuasion check.
How far into the forest is she? Like, can we still see her from the cart?
No.
Can I walk like halfway in between so that I'm like I can see the cart but I can see them? Is that possible? Or is she too far in?
She like you saw her like quickly move into the forest, and Farron like quickly followed after her just to keep up with her. So if you tried to, you wouldn't be able to see the cart.
Okay, is anybody still with him at the cart or no?
It would be
I am.
yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna retcon and go with them because
Okay.
if the deer does show up, and I mean I know that the spirit understands common, but I don't know if they'll be able to see it.
Okay. Yeah, so you see the two of them dart off, and you're like, and you feel like follow after them, and like you just hear like as you're.
I'm hesitant. I'm annoyed, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, and you hear Millie just shouting like, "Hello, anyone there?"
Yeah. I rolled a 5. I'm not terribly persuasive.
I will be sitting there with my hand on my face, just kind of wondering what the heck I'm doing here.
Yeah, Millie, you're like shouting, and you like wait. And you don't hear anything. Like you don't hear anything in response. You don't hear like the same call you heard before. You don't hear anything. You hear eventually Lisa coming up behind.
Everything okay over here?
Oh yeah. I was just seeing if Mr. Shiny Deer fella wanted to talk, but
Okay, well we'll come up with a better name for him first, but yeah.
True.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and also and we could come up with one for you as well. I just started calling you Lisa. I'd never asked. Are you cool with that?
You can call me whatever you like, but we'll talk to the group when we're all back together, see if anybody has any other ideas for what they want to call me, or you can all call me something different. Or nothing at all.
Well, what do you call you?
I don't call myself anything.
Gotcha. I'm sorry. Did I bring up something painful? I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay.
I am now very curious about this person.
I'll just call out in Celestial, I guess, and just kind of do the same thing. Be like, I know you've probably done everything you came here to do, but my I guess friends of sorts here would like to see you again. If you're not too busy and you got some time to help us out.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, okay, hang on. I rolled a 19.
Nice.
With my stats, so I can wait, because I gotta add some stuff to it. Hang on. Stats.
We should just not let Millie do it anymore of the talking.
So 20 total.
Okay. Yeah, you speak this very smooth language that I guess Millie and Farron, you don't know Celestial.
No, I do not.
Okay. It just sounds like this very smooth and lighthearted language, and it seems like as Lisa says it out into the air, like you wait for a moment, and then like you're all looking around you, and then like as you turn back, you see in the spot where the footprints are the elk slowly materializing.
Yo.
I back up, and I didn't believe that didn't believe them the first time. I'm sitting here with this blank look on my face.
Oh yeah.
Can I see the spirit on top?
Yeah, you do.
I bow my head and I'm like, I am so sorry if I offended you earlier. Sorry.
I guess for Farron, all you see is this huge elk. It is enormous. It is towering almost as tall as the pines. And you just see its horns, like they said, the horns are glowing this light bluish color, and its eyes, as it moves, has like these little like trails following behind it. And for you, Lisa, you see again the headless, thin human-like body of this being on the elk.
You said headless?
Yeah, because last time you couldn't really make out the head, so that's why I'm saying he's headless.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right. Well, you wanted to see him. So what did you want to talk to him about?
I guess ask if there was anything he wanted to tell us or show us. If, we...
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll ask him that in Celestial, I guess, if there's anything else he wants us to know besides showing us the path to the boar yesterday.
Yeah, the being looks at you, and then you see its hand gesture to all of you. And Farron doesn't see this. He just sees the elk looking, as the person's the figure's pointing to each of you. The elk's head is looking and at the same time.
So do I see the figure on the elk or just the elk?
Make a perception check.
18.
It's like the trick of the light. You think there's something there, but you're pretty sure it's just these beams of light playing tricks in your eyes. And you're almost for certain that Lisa's talking to the elk itself.
Gotcha.
But the being and the elk all points to each of you, and then again it points in an eastward direction.
Would that be close to where the farmers described his house?
If you're technically up here, he is pointing this direction.
Okay.
And the farmer's house is about here-ish.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'll tell them. Is the elk still just looking at us, or is the elk looking in the direction that the being is pointing to?
It's looking up at the figure, and it's looking, and you see its body language is looking down at it. And it almost seems like they're for you don't see them talking, but you can almost guess that they are talking to each other.
Okay. Okay, so I'll tell them the spirit's pointing east.
Oh, to the east. Well, good thing that's where we're going. And
I'm not quite certain that's a good thing. Last time I asked them if something horrible was coming, and he led us over there.
Right.
Millie.
Yeah?
As you're looking at the elk, you're close enough to the ground to look at the elk's feet. You see where the elk is standing, the ground seems to like grow around it. Like a lot of fauna and flora are like growing around its around its hooves.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just like ever so slowly, and the only reason you can see it is because of how tall you are.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see like it's like the grass and like the flowers are budding off of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of look at it and look back up at it, and I'm impressed, but I've learned my lesson not to say anything because I don't know if it likes me very much.
Any other questions? It usually only answers one.
Oh, like life questions, or like it's an oracle type, or is it more like
I mean, I asked it a question last night, and so did, I think, Visenya or someone else in the group. I don't remember who was with us. And he answered her question as well, and he answered mine. But I don't know
Oh,
if you can see it, if it even would answer you, but you can try, maybe, if you've got...
yeah. Oh, wow. Right. I kind of like step forward awkwardly and look, bow down. Great person. I'm sorry I don't know your name. I would totally use it if I knew your name, but that's fine.
They don't speak.
Cool. So like a yes or no type. Okay. If you know about me and what has happened to me, is it over?
The figure, like, for you, Millie, the elk like looks to you and seems to like look up at something in the trees. You don't know what it is. And that's the same for Farron. You just see this elk head like turn up towards the trees. For Lisa, you see the figure and like the elk like talk to each other almost, and then you see the elk looks to you, Millie, and it shakes its head no.
Oh. All right. Okay. Thank you. That's, I mean, obviously, really, that's good to know. Thank you.
Sharon, do you have any questions?
I think I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, the elk like looks to you, Farron. And you see, like, as it's looking at you, you see its eyes are just like piercing blue, almost like stars, just like looking at you. And then I guess it turns to Lisa.
Is it just looking at me?
Yeah, it looks to you a little bit for a moment, and then for Lisa, you see the figure points again towards east.
Okay.
And then you just see the elk does like a jumping motion, and it just slowly fades away.
Okay. And as it does, I'll just say thank you. Thank you for, your help as it fades.
Back on the cart, Scorcha. You're sitting on the cart, with with Varen, and he's kind of like mumbling to himself, and then he like turns and looks at you. He turns back towards the horses, and then like he like turns and looks at you, goes like, I haven't really seen one of you around in a long time.
Do you mean a half-orc or a monk?
both. I remember monks used to come to my farm to purchase my cheese. And sometimes a sheep for the wool. But recently I haven't seen any. And half orcs. I haven't seen orcs in a long time.
When he mentions the monks, I just kind of, I'm just like, it has been a while. And I haven't seen orcs in a while either.
He goes, well, not seeing orcs is a good thing. They used to be around when I was younger, but thankfully not so much anymore. And he seems like a little nervous, just talking about orcs. He was, I remember seeing a bunch of monks that used to wear those type of clothes a long time ago. And he like looks at you, and you see like he has these spectacles and like these beady little eyes. He was like, they're not around as much anymore, are they?
No, I'm afraid they're not.
And he nods, and he goes, well, I'm sorry. I knew a couple of them. They were very nice. But I hope that they find the fates. Their fate was a good one.
I hope that as well.
And he seems very awkward now, and he goes, how long is your friends gonna take? I don't want any more cows to go missing.
Honestly, I don't know. If they're not back soon, I'll go find them.
He nods. And it's like this very awkward silence between the two of you.
Then Millie comes barreling out of the farm.
Yeah, and then you just see like Farron, Lisa, and Millie just come out of the forest, and Farron just like seems like a little bewildered, like he's seen something that he wasn't supposed to see.
Millie's actually a little. I mean, for as much as Millie can be, maybe looks a little subdued, like she's really gotten bad news and she's kind of lost in thought a little bit, which, because it's Millie, it's very noticeable.
Mm-hmm. So you found what you were looking for, or you found a ghost? Which was it?
Both.
What? Yes. I think it wants us to go east, which is where we're going. So that's great.
Yeah. It pointed east when we asked if it had anything to tell us.
I guess at this point, like as you're all talking, you see from behind you, you see Visenya, Shara, and Carrie slowly walking along the path, catching up with you guys.
Okay.
Oh, hi, you're back.
Did we miss anything?
That depends entirely on who you ask.
Did you find the elk? Did you see him?
You did.
Yeah, giant glowing deer elk thing. Lisa talked to it in a language I don't understand, but he was very clearly pointing east. And then it was like pointing to us, and then it was pointing to east.
I asked it if it had anything else it wanted us to know, and it pointed eastward.
Do you guys mention anything about the elk at all while you're talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Like
Like,
what? Like
say,
what do
you
you
know,
mean?
Like, do you guys say like, "Oh, we saw the elk," or do you say
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay, yeah"? I guess as soon as you say the elk, you see Varen goes, "Hey, what elk? You went to see an elk?"
yeah, but I think it was a magic one because it
We
was
went
like
to see-
huge.
We went to see a spirit.
You're talking about the big elk, eh?
Have you seen him?
Oh yes, I saw him a long time ago.
How long ago?
Um, six, long time ago. When I was younger. Got lost in the woods. Was trying to trap some food, and the elk was huge. He led me back to Graveloft. It seemed like nothing.
It was more than nothing.
Oh, I know for sure. It's a protector of these woods. But
I could tell.
why it's not protecting my cows, I don't know. And he's like, he seems to get like a pissed. He's like, eh.
He sent
Well,
us.
Exactly. Maybe that was why he found us, was to protect your cows.
I hope so. I need to make cheese. Cheese is good.
It is good.
It's
You know, I've got some great recipes that can actually, you can use cheese for. And I would love to kind of compare notes if you have any ideas.
Well, I have notes back at the farm. Is everybody here?
Yes.
All right.
Shall we be off then?
Yes. He squints up skyward, and you guys know it's like about like noonish, a little past noon. He goes, "Ma'am, we'll have to make camp in a couple hours and travel for another day, and we'll be at the farm." And he's like squinting, looking back. He's like, "Is there enough room in the back for all of you?"
I don't take up much space. I mean,
We'll make it work.
All right.
I get off the cart and start walking to give room for the others.
Okay.
Millie, are you on the cart?
I am. I'm hopping up. I can sit on someone's lap if that.
I'm gonna sit on the cart. You don't have to sit in my lap, but I'm gonna sit next to you.
Cool.
So everyone hops on the cart.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Varen. Like, yeah, and like the horses like whinny, and they seem to trot a little bit faster. Scorcher, for you can keep up with them, because of your nice little movement bonus. And you keep up pace, and it's about, you guys travel for about another 8 hours till it's about like dusk. It gets pretty dark, and then Varen pulls off to the side of the road, and he like hobbles off the cart, and he like ties the horses down near some trees to eat some grass. And he starts like hobbling out, taking like a small little tent, and he's like slowly putting it together. And I guess
Do you need help?
like, I guess like he has like like you ask him, he's like, meh. He's like doing these motions of like grabs the he's like, it seems like rhythm work for him, like he's done it many times before. And given if you guys help or not, within like 10 to 15 minutes, You have a fire. You guys all have rations that you partake in.
Yeah, between the two rangers, I'm sure we set up the camp pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Do we need to keep track of rations or anything?
I would like
Just
it
as an aside.
I would like it if you could.
Okay.
How much did we got rations after we won the tournament, right? How much did we get?
Each of you got
14? 10?
You got 10 rations, and then I think in your packs you have another 10 anyway. So majority of you should have 20 rations. So yeah, just mark one down for this evening. And you see like Varen around the campfire, he's like telling stories about when he was younger, how he fought against a hill giant and he won, how he he saw the dragons that flew across the sky. And a lot of you, this seems really weird, like they're all like wise tales of a crazy old man.
Did you say dragons?
Yes, they were flying in the sky when I was a very young lad.
Wait, what race is he, Ben?
He's human.
He's human?
He's very, very old.
Oh yeah, insight check him.
Oh yeah, insight check. Go ahead.
5 total.
He looks like an old man that's crazy and telling the truth.
Do you mind if I insight check as well? I mean, he's probably lying, but curious.
Anyone can insight check.
What color dragons?
Let's see.
19.
19? You think you know that he's telling some truth, but it's not the full truth. Whether it's that he actually saw the dragons or not, you don't know, but you know that there's some truth to what he's saying with the story.
Gotcha.
And he's like, if I remember, maybe it was red or blue. I don't remember. It was high in the sky. You didn't want to bother those dragons.
Do you remember anything besides the dragons? Their downfall.
There was a lot more of humans. A lot of heat and fire. Everyone was in fear. Not so much nowadays, but it's better now.
So I've been told.
Yes, a lot better.
Millie, where are you at?
I'm like, I was chilling by the fire for a bit, but again, a bit quieter. I kind of wander off for a bit, and I'm
gonna
wander away from the fire and look like I'm just sort of strolling.
I'm going after you.
A little bit of ambient for you guys, sorry.
Ooh.
Hey.
Oh, hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, yeah, 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 I'm totally fine, yeah. Why do you ask?
You've been very quiet. I've only known you for 24 hours, but you seem unusually quiet.
Yeah. Lot to think about, lots of stuff going on. I mean, I made a, whole new group of friends and whole new everything, so it,
If you don't mind me asking, what did you mean by is it over?
Oh. That's kind of a long story, sort of ish. I don't want to bore you with the details because they're not entirely pleasant, but I don't want to. there was some stuff in my past. There was that I thought was I put behind me. Really, really evil man, and I thought that if I got far enough away, I wouldn't have to. I could pretend it didn't happen, but I guess that's not going to be the case. And yeah, I'm sorry. Hard to talk about this sort of thing. I'm assuming, you understand having rough stuff in your past.
Indeed. I understand evil men as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. That's surprisingly difficult to talk about. I spent the past year trying to pretend it didn't happen, but I guess it is happening. But there was, I guess, a guy, a ruler, lord person who I used to work for him, actually. I'm not in any too much of a, important capacity, and I discovered he was into some really, really dark stuff. And because of that, he found out about that, and he tried to get me killed, and I got away, and hid and almost died, and lots of story stuff going on there. But then I guess he's still around.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thanks. You kind of see that Millie's kind of got some tears in her eyes. Yeah, sorry. I lost some people who were very important to me, and it's hard to talk about.
I understand. I've lost people too.
I'm so sorry.
It was fate, I suppose, but still, I understand.
Doesn't make it any easier.
No, it doesn't. It really does not.
I give you a hug.
I'm tense a little bit for the first second, and I kind of relax into it and pat your back a little bit.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go see if I don't know, can make these rations taste better, I suppose. Hey, want to help me? Maybe we can find, I don't know, some edible leaves somewhere that could, I don't know, make some sort of spice. Wait, I have spices. What am I talking about?
It's probably a better solution. I am not much one for finding leaves or anything having to do with nature, for that matter. I've been confined to a church for most of my life.
Oh, well, I could teach you. Here, want to help me cook? I can show you how to make a stew.
Sure, that would be wonderful.
So we,
Yeah, you turn back to the camp
I
and-
teach Lisa
Got
how to
any
do
more bork?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, got some pork jerky, chopping it up.
Yeah, is there anything else anyone else wants to say? Because, I mean, for the most part, Varen's just telling story after story about, things he's killed, whether if you believe him or not. or things he saw.
Does he say anything about the melting pot?
He talks about it, saying how he knew some people that went looking for it and he never saw them again. Called them fools. Said,
What's a melting pot?
Do you ask him this?
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
know, I'm back
Yeah.
at the campfire at that point.
Varen looks, he goes, you don't know about the melting pot?
No, I'm not really from around here.
He squints everybody, goes like, does any of you know about the melting pot?
Very much so.
You dwarf?
Not I, no.
The monk wouldn't really know. You, the quiet one.
Who's he talking to?
He's pointing at Carrie. He's like, I'll take that as a no. And he looks at you, Shara and Vicinity. He's like, what about you two?
It's unfamiliar to me.
No, you wouldn't know, Scorcha. He goes,
Okay.
strange. I thought, well, it's been some time and people haven't really had the desire to look for it. They rather survive. At least for here in Bal'dorath, gold is hard. And he pulls out of his pocket, electrum. He looks, he goes, we use this as our currency. And, the land was richer a long time ago. Those dragons took it. From what my parents told me. But they hid it away. A big melting pot of gold and jewels and trinkets and items and wealth beyond measure. It's hidden away, and many a fool has tried to go find it, but none have succeeded. Many who try die.
Well, I think that sounds familiar now you mention it. That sounds awesome.
You would be a fool to go looking for it. And he snaps. Good folk like you don't need to die. Not for wealth. He goes, besides, you have those titles. Those enough will carry you through anything, really.
There's nothing good about a title.
In this age, title means a lot. Carries weight and power. Things that people covet now for anything to make their lives easier than what it is now.
It's not all it's cracked up to be, believe me.
Yeah, I suppose.
Unless you have a really awesome sounding title, I don't know, Queen of the Spices, or I don't know, Rabbit Wrangler.
We can call you those if you'd like.
No, I don't think I'm either of those things, but it could be fun.
Well, regardless if you like the titles or not, that you have them, and they're good. Use them to the best of your ability. A year can go by really quick. Just be careful. And he, you see, he gets tired. And he's rubbing his eyes. I'm going to rest. I have a long journey tomorrow, just to get to the farmhouse. Have a good night. And he hobbles up, groaning, like getting to his tent.
Ever burning flame guide you.
He waves his hand and grunts and just goes into his tent. He goes to sleep.
Well, I guess we should head to bed too. Should we post someone want to take watch, I guess?
I'll take
I can take first watch.
So who's taking what watches? So it's up to you guys if you want to set up watch or if you want to stay up a little bit longer. It's up to you.
wanting
Millie.
to tell people what the priestess has said about the boar.
Oh yeah, that it was corrupted.
Yeah, and how she ethically would seek out the source of the corruption.
Okay, then all right. I haven't gone to bed yet. If you're saying this, I'll just recount that we saw the elk again, and it pointed eastward, and maybe it was directing us that way.
We're setting up watch, right then?
Yeah, if I remember right, Rose said she would be first watch, followed by Mike.
Okay.
I'll take a watch.
Okay, you want to do third watch?
Sure.
Okay. So, Scorcha, Farron, Lisa, and then does anyone want to take fourth?
I'll
I
take it.
can. Oh, I'll take it with you.
So Carrie and Millie on fourth?
Yeah, I want to chat with a fellow ranger.
Okay. Try and do at her name. That might be better to get her attention. But I mean, you only need 4 watches for the night.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys all go to bed for the night. And Scorcha, you're on first watch, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Oh, you and Shara want to do one? Okay. So let me get something real quick. 'Cause I'm terrible. There we go. Okay. That one. Okay. You're keeping watch. Everyone is asleep, and you're just watching the flames dance in the fire. Can you make a perception check?
Let me pull up my character sheet.
I think we lost you again,
That
Gary.
would be a grand total of a 10.
10? Yeah, you're sitting at the fire and you hear something in the bushes.
Alright.
I'm still here.
I grab my staff and go to investigate.
Okay. Are you gonna do a stealth check to sneak up on it, or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
$11.
Okay.
I'm apparently tired.
Yeah, it's been a long day. You're just winded from. It wasn't intentional, just constant talking with Varen. It wasn't like he was prying, but it just drained you, put you into I just want to sleep. And you sneak up and you see in the along the edge of the campfire, you see a boar. just like a lone boar, normal size, just like sniffing the ground looking for food.
Normal boars are still freaking giant.
It's not as big as the bork.
That's true.
So I just kind of watch it
Mhm.
and stand ready if it comes too close to people.
Okay. Yeah, you just see like, you're watching it, and you just see it like sniff around a couple like the trees, like digging its nose, using its tusk to dig in the dirt, looking for something. And then like you like hear like you see it like look towards your direction, like looking around a little bit, and then it just like seems to like walk off.
Okay, no fresh bacon for the morning.
Ah, but I had so many ideas. No, it's okay. I'm sleeping.
The
We were
rest
supposed to
of
mark
the-
off a ration, right?
Yeah, so you're all roughly at 19 rations. The rest of the night, watch after watch, it seems pretty quiet. Nothing happens. Farron wakes up. Scorcher, you go back to sleep. Farron's watch is quiet. Lisa's watch is quiet. Millie and Carrie, your watch is quiet as well.
Cool.
So, Carrie, you've been kind of quiet recently, and I, haven't really met a fellow ranger. Where'd you learn to shoot an arrow?
I'd rather not say.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Just, I was just curious, but yeah, no worries
There
at
are
all.
extenuating circumstances that it's better for you if you don't know very much about me.
Oh. Okay. Huh. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm super intrigued, but no, it's cool. You are totally entitled to privacy. I mean, yeah. I was reminded tonight there are definitely things. Everybody's got something in their past they don't always like to talk about. And I sometimes forget.
Perfectly okay. It's nothing with you, I promise. Just kind of smile. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or put off. It's just there are things I can't/won't talk about.
I gotcha. So hey, what's your favorite type of animal to track?
Wolves.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I believe she said wolves.
Oh, I'm partial to squirrels myself. I mean, because it's super tricky because their feet are so small.
I love you so much. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Squirrel bacon for breakfast.
Oh, the squirrels that elude to me often. I'm not the, but I think I'm finally getting it down. But one day I will figure it out because they are tricky little things.
I will have to attempt that myself someday.
Sounds great.
Yeah, there's nothing that you want to talk about. Morning comes. A couple hours later, everyone's well rested.
No new dreams, right?
No. No. Just like same kind of like visions. It's almost like a recurring nightmare. But
Sounds like my life, yeah.
yeah, it's just like you go to sleep, and like sometime during that you have those visions, and then like you wake up, and then it's morning.
Okay.
So you all wake up, and Varen, especially I guess for Millie and for Carrie, you just see Varen he's up, and he's cooking like on like a pot. He's
Ooh, what you cooking?
Oats. He's like, like cooking. It's almost like oatmeal. Like, Millie, you know what he's cooking. It's like oatmeal. And you see him like pull out like a little bottle. He uncorks it and he like pours it in, and it's like this really thick and viscous like brown fluid, which you know is like maple syrup.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he mixes and cooks it for a bit, and he all gives you like this small like wooden bowl of like this definitely yeah, just a pot of goat.
Both of my campaigns have involved giant goats.
My family
What are you
tradition,
cooking? Goats!
Years and years of goat. Good for them. Good for the stomach. Yeah. He's cooking basically oatmeal for you guys, and it's like has like a nice maple and sweet taste into it. Yeah, it's like you eat this nice warming meal in the morning. And you you all clean up camp, you stomp out the fire and everything, and Varen, pulls in the reins, and the horses begin to trot off towards his farmhouse. And it takes you pretty much the whole day, till about maybe like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's still light out, but the sun is setting, and you make it to this crosswalk area where you see coming up this farm. It's like tucked into the woods a little bit. There seems to be a little bit of a rocky fields behind it. And as you approach it, you see that it's one farmhouse with a couple fields of wheat, but then you see these giant fenced off areas, and you see sheep, you see cows, you see chickens, you see a lot of livestock. You see like a full little farmhouse. And Varen, goat meal.
Yes!
Oh, gross.
I just think about the consistency of that.
So many really sharp bones.
It's so fresh you can hear them bleat still. Nice and fresh. That's all you hear. And you see Varen, he like looks up and goes, there it is. The old house. You see, like, as you pull up, you see, like an elderly looking, like, half-elf woman. And she comes in, she goes, Varen, where have you been? I was worried sick. And he's like, I know, I was getting people to help find out what happened to the cows. She goes, oh, the cows are gone. It must have been the wolves. And he's like, no, wolves don't just take the whole body, they eat it. And he goes, and you see him, like, he's, like, shuffling off. He goes, I got the food and everything. And she goes, oh, good. And she, like, looks, and she goes, would you dears help us and bring this inside, please?
I'll
Of course. Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take one and sling it over my shoulder.
Yeah. It's mostly like little barrels of grain, or like bags of like dried meat or wine, like all this stuff that like it's preserved.
Okay.
You all help it bring them into this farmhouse, and it's a small like little house. You see that there's like a little bit of like a wood oven stove. There's a rocking chair, a pair of them. There's a nice porch. It's a very picturesque like farmhouse from the south. And you see Varen, after you bring everything, he goes, thank you. It would have taken me a couple hours to bring it all in.
Well, many hands make light work, or, something like that.
Yes.
Hand.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Anyway, follow me. And he leads you out through the fields of like a wheat. And you see, you're passing through these like stalls of these fields, and you see he has a lot of sheep. There's like maybe 20, 30 sheep. And like you see as he like passes the field, you see like a shepherd, like a dog comes up to Varen. He like pets it and like he starts like walks along with him. And he's like he approaches other field. He goes, here's the field, and you see that there is a significantly less amount, like a very far less number of cows. There's maybe about like 10 from what you could see.
So this thing
10
hasn't
cows?
taken any of your sheep? It's just taken the cows?
Just the cows.
You said there's only 10 cows now, right?
Yeah. They don't touch the sheep, the chickens, the pigs. Just the cows. That's it.
Huh.
He like.
It's unusual for an animal.
Yes, that's why I don't believe my wife. Nope, not one bit. No dang wolves.
Maybe this is personal.
He looks above where you are, Millie. He's like, "Oh, there's no one living around me for miles." And he gestures around. You see, it's just like far, like open fields and like woods and just like nothing.
I know, but now this is just a theory. But maybe it's something or someone with a specific vendetta against cows. Like, I don't know. Like maybe cows killed their parents or something like that. Again, just spitballing ideas.
Aliens, maybe?
What? No, we don't have any birds around here. No avians.
Maybe it's demons, grandfather.
Demons? I don't know. And he as he's leading you through the field of cows. And he's like, well, about here. And he points, and you see there's like a little bit of blood residue like on the grass. It seems to be stained. This is I guess the most recent one. There was missing 3 cows.
Gonna check around for any tracks. Rangers are checking for tracks.
Okay, yeah, make survival checks, both of you. It is technically of like a plain, so it's not your favorite terrain.
That would be 22.
Okay, Carrie?
Hey!
Oh, wow! Double 22s?
Yeah!
Man.
20!
Yeah, you two are like looking around like this blood stain. You're looking at the grass, how it's bent, and you see that it's almost really hard to tell. You see these really small footprints. Just like
squirrels.
Like a bunch of like footprints. Maybe squirrels. If they had really big like
squirrels.
like feet. But you see there's like a bunch of them. Like 6 pairs of or not 6 pairs, like 3 pairs of feet.
We see where they go off to?
Yeah, you see, based on where you are, you see them go more north. Past the the actual field and more into like the rocky field terrain.
You said there were footprints. Are they like human shaped or any sort like animal shaped, like claw marks or anything like that?
They looked hooved. Like little, like
so
almost,
cows.
No, like, well, you know, like, you see the cow footprints. They're smaller, but they're also hooved.
Can I use my divine sense?
Yeah, what does that let you do?
The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, or powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. Or is this just for combat?
No, this also could be used as like if you're just checking. Like, almost like the primeval awareness. You could use that outside of combat.
Okay, it says I can use this feature a number of times equal to 1 plus my charisma modifier, so I can use it 3 times?
Yep.
My charisma modifier is 2.
Yeah. So you, as they're looking at the ground and they're poking this out, you clutch your symbol of the goddess, and you're like sensing and sensing. You don't sense any celestial you don't sense anything. You said celestials and what else?
It's a celestial, fiend, or undead.
For how far?
60 feet. That is not behind total cover.
No, you don't sense anything of that sort. You're just concentrating in like almost like a wave of the ocean. You like if you extend your senses out, you don't feel anything coming back.
What time of day is it?
What, Carrie? What time of day is it?
Yeah.
It's about like 5 in the afternoon, so it's a little late going into the evening.
Not the time to start tracking things into the far off. Okay.
But perhaps a time to take a watch and like wait and see if something comes tonight.
Yeah, or like set a trap or something.
What kind of trap what would you need?
Well, I mean, again, going off of that story I heard, I think in that one they turn themselves into cows, but I don't think any of us can do that. So, yeah, I guess maybe if we all just sort of like hid and like kept watch, and then if whoever or whatever it is came, we could like jump out at it.
Okay. And he like looks around and goes, I guess you could use some hay as to hide in.
I'm not very stealthy.
Whatever you need for my farm, you could use it to hide yourselves. It's up to you.
Awesome. Ooh, hey, Farron, right? Farron, you're a super sneaky guy. Do you have any ideas?
Let me look here. We could. I like the hay bales idea. That does sound like a good way to sneak up. Are we like? Is it just an open pasture?
Yeah, you see, where the cows are, it's an open pasture, but farther behind, it seems to be a little bit more of a rocky outcropping, and the blood splatter that is, like, still there, it seems like there was a drag mark leading towards that way.
We could go up to the rocky outcropping and look around now, so we're not, ambushed as we're trying to ambush something else.
Works for me.
Kind of get the lay of the land.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay, so I stroll over to start walking towards that rocky outcropping.
Okay.
I'm going as well.
All right. Give me
I am going to, but I'm going to roll stealth.
All right. Go
How
ahead.
big is this farm, Ben? How big is this farm?
It's pretty big.
So like, my divine sense was with it only detects within 60 feet. Is there like, how big is that farm? Can I go to like the edge of the property and detect anything else?
Yeah, you could do that.
17.
All right. Yeah. So you blend in and you start walking. Does anyone else want to stealth at all?
I guess that would be a good idea.
Are we all getting ready to just hide for the night and wait for this
Yeah.
thing to come?
We're investigating the rocks.
You're investigating the rocks.
How far away are the rocks from the clearing, from the pasture?
You see, the pasture is maybe extends for about maybe like 100 feet, and then past that, it's the rocky outcropping. Like it starts to become rockier terrain. You do like as you okay, thank you. As you do get closer towards the edge, you see there is like a little break in the fence.
I'm gonna go there to the edge of the fence. I want him to point to me. I want him to point out the edge of his property, and I want to go to the edge of the property.
Yeah, he says, about the fence line. Usually, a little bit past that is as far as it goes. The rocky rocks aren't good for the cows or for crops. You walk over and using that same sense, you don't sense anything. Is it only those types, or can you detect other things? I just want to make sure.
It says, yeah, it says I know the type. That's all. That's all it gave me. It says celestial, fiend, or undead. As a paladin, I guess those would be what I would be looking, for if I'm sensing,
Okay.
evil and crap.
Yeah, you get to the edge and you still don't sense anything. I just want to make sure.
Okay, I have one more left after this one, so.
This is clerics. I want paladin. This is monk. Paladin. Divine sense. Okay. Yeah, okay. No, you don't sense anything still. Millie and Farron, okay, and then Carrie. Alright. The three of you all stealth up. Carrie, you're walking up and you stumble upon a little bit of rock. And you all get up to this little rocky outcropping, looking over. Can the three of you make perception checks?
Me too? Are they by me?
They're where you are, they're a little bit over this rocky ledge looking over, because it seems to dip into a little bit of a valley. So if you want, you could go up and make a perception check. Okay.
22 is my number today.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
That's my lucky number, by the way.
17.
Alright. Okay.
6. Ben.
Okay.
Oh,
Farron,
I'm sorry, not 6. 9.
Okay.
9 total.
I need to double check something real quick. Okay. Yeah, Millie, you got 22?
I did.
Okay. You swear, like, you see, everyone sees this. You see a cow. Dead, being, like, has, like, a blood stain, like, slowly being dragged. Millie, you swear you see this small little creature, like, pulling on it.
I kind of hold up my hand to tell everybody to stop real quick. And do I see anything about the creature? Like,
I gotta make sure on something else. You see, like, just by looking at the creature, it has these long horns that curl up. Almost like towards, like, it goes up and then curls back. Not so much like a ram, but it just, like, extends up above it. And it seems to have this weird metal or wooden looking mask on its face, and it almost looks like a little satyr kind of thing. But it's like, it's just like, here, like, going like, and like, it's like grunting and like pulling on this cow.
I, like, silently motion to the rest of the people of the party with me and kind of point to the thing. And I'm sort of trying to charades, like, we go after it? Do we go back? Like, lots of pointing and shrugging.
What time of day is it, Ben?
It's like 5 in the afternoon. It's a couple hours till dusk.
How far away is it?
From where you guys are, maybe about 30 to 50 feet away. I could pull it up for you on the map.
Are we all together right now?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, wasn't Lisa and I think someone else actually didn't come with us, or is it the whole group now?
I thought it was just a couple of us.
Yeah, it was a couple of you. So
I was by you guys. I wasn't too far away. I was checking the edge of the property line, so I was kind of close by you guys.
So Millie, Visenya, Farron, Scorcha, and Carrie are the 5.
I'll say we go grab everybody else, and then surely one of you rangers can track this dragged cow to wherever he's going.
Well, how far away are we from the rest of the party? Like, can we see them, or did they go off into the forest?
You could see them.
So we're not that far away.
Yeah, we can wave them over and see if we can get it now.
Okay, I'll bring you guys over as well.
If you want to. Millie kind of, as stealthily as possible, just starts waving her arms and beckoning.
This is what you see. I'm gonna put you two up here, and you'll wait a bit. You just see this dead cow with this blood splatter, and this little, like, it almost looks like this weird, like, minotaur with this wooden mask-like thing, and it's like these horns curling up, and it's small, and it's just like tugging on this cow, and it seems to be pretty strong because it's like tugging on this cow all by itself.
Do any of us, by any chance, know what it is?
Let's see, who would be the best for this? Anyone can make a religion check, nature, or just a flat intelligence check.
I can do a religion check.
Okay.
I'll do the nature.
Okay.
I rolled a 5 on my religion check, so I really only know, like, things specific to my temple, because every time I try to do a religion check, it just fails me.
Right.
21.
22 on religion.
Okay, 22 on religion for Visenya. Okay. 11 religion. Okay. Carries 16 nature. Millie, you were a nature as well?
Yeah.
Okay. For Carrie and Millie, you've heard of these things. They almost look like they're called gremlins. They're like little tricksters in the forest, but it looks like one, but it's not. It doesn't look like one. There's something off about it. For Scorcha, you were told through your teachings in the monastery that there are these little fey-like creatures that play tricks on people. But they only do harmless things to take things from people. But it almost fits the description of this thing, but it's taking a cow.
I want to try and shoot next to it to see if I can scare it off, make it drop the cow.
Where are you gonna shoot? Okay. Yeah, make an attack roll.
$15.
Okay. Yeah, so you just like pull back on your bow and you like launch it and it sinks into the dirt. Okay. Can you roll damage?
Roll to see how much you've injured the dirt's feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Don't anger the grass.
10?
Yes!
So you pull back on your bow and you launch this arrow. You're like, I'm gonna hit the dirt, and all you hear is, and you kill, and you see finally what was like obscured by like the grass and everything. You just kill one of these things outright.
Damn!
Oh.
Get it.
Well,
The one next to it seems to freak out, and it was like, you know, it like looks up, and it's like it just like, like it like howls. I need you guys to roll initiative. I don't really have a boss fight one.
Alright, I changed my setting.
Same.
Woohoo! Yeah! Alright.
Wait.
Initiative.
Ooh, 1 on carry. Alright, hold on.
Um,
I'm gonna use this.
Carrie, that sucks.
it's the dex bonus, right?
Yes. 1. Okay. 4 total. Okay, thank you.
23.
Scorcha. 16. Oop, not 167.
20.
20 unfair. Okay, Lisa.
19 total.
On Lisa.
Yeah. Rolled a 17 plus 2.
I love how it comes up with character name.
Yeah.
20
I don't know
total.
why.
22 for who? Visenya? Right? 20 total.
I wonder, why does it come up with...
Who else am I missing?
Millie.
Millie, you got what, 22?
23.
23. Did you get a natural 20?
I got a 19, and my initiative is. If I'm looking, is that? Yeah, my initiative's +4.
Who am I missing? Oh, Shara.
He's watching Game of Thrones.
Right. I think yet again, I will.
No bamfing out to watch Game of Thrones. You wait till Tuesday like the rest of us.
Okay, I got
I
it.
have
I'm
HBO.
still on my 3.
I can watch it right after this because I got HBO. They posted on the website.
Okay, and then I have to add the gremlins. No. Better. Okay, and then their number is.
Why does it say character name? I don't understand. Why am I the only one?
I don't know. So going first is Millie.
Okay.
You just see Carrie pulls out this arrow, launches it, and it sinks into this one, and this other one, it just shrieks in horror, and the other one's like freaks out and sees you all and is hissing at you.
Does it look like it's it's hissing like it's about to attack, or hissing like it's gonna make a run for it?
It's hissing at you because you killed one of its companions.
Yeah.
So.
Huh.
And I guess when I should reveal the rest of them. When it came up, you see a bunch of them up here.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Fucking Christ. Let's go.
Oh, crap. Okay.
There it is.
Shara rolled a 22 for initiative.
22? Okay.
Yeah. Baron's always in the wrong place. Always ends up like right next to the.
I'm trying to move the turn order so it's not in the way of anything. If it is, you just gotta zoom out. So, sorry. Alright, so, Millie, you see all these other, gremlin things pop up.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hey, there's one right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to shoot the one who's directly in front of Farron.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Okay. So 12 plus a... sorry, one moment. A 12 plus 8. So 20.
Yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
Okay. Ooh. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
He is dead.
Yay.
Yay.
Woohoo!
You just sink into him and just dies. Are you gonna move at all, or?
Let's see. I'm going to. So, where I am I the way it looks like, am I on top of this rock outcropping, or is it acting kind of like cover?
You were you were on top of this little ledge. It's like a 5-foot drop. It's down beneath.
Okay. I'll just stay there then.
Oops.
Alright. Shara.
Literally perfect timing.
Oh, nice. Hi. You
Fired.
you just see all these gremlin things pop out of nowhere. What are you gonna do?
How are they to me?
Bless
Good
you.
God.
Excuse
me.
I think you
Gesundheit.
and Lisa came up. You see one that's right up here, maybe about 10 feet away from you. The rest of them are pretty far away. There's one that's 60 feet, 65, one that's 110 feet, and then there's one hidden behind a ledge that you can't really see. You have a very good shot on one up above you.
All right, I'm just looking at my spells, deciding what I want to look.
Huh.
I'm gonna cast poison spray at the one that's 10 feet away.
Okay. So how does poison spray work?
They have to succeed on a con saving throw, or they take 1d12 of poison damage.
Okay, what is your... It is a 13 is a save on. And it's Constitution?
Yes.
Okay, he succeeds.
Ooh.
Does he take half damage or no?
No, not on this one.
Okay. So you just conjure this ball of green acid and you throw it out at it. And you see just like on the rocks just jumps up, and the acid sinks on the rocks and sizzles it away, and it like lands back and just hisses at you.
Asshole.
Farron.
Alright, let's see. Am I still stealthed?
Yeah, I would say you are, because they only were alerted to Carrie, the shooting, and they realized the majority of you, but I think you are still stealth.
Okay. Let's see. Can I get to this one that Shay just shot at, or tried to do poison spray on?
Yeah, you can move up 10 feet and like get up and like try and stab him.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then.
Alright. So move on up. Roll the hit.
$21.
Oh yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
D4 plus 3. Would that be sneak attack or not?
Since you were
Well,
if you were in
stealth?
stealth, yeah, I would say.
Okay. I just, yeah, wanted to make sure. Oh. Four damage plus sneak attack is 8 damage.
Yeah, you kill it.
Yay!
Wow.
You guys get the feeling that these things are not terribly strong.
Which, I don't know about you guys, makes me scared that they've got a big friend.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't know. King.
Ksenia,
King of the goats.
Yeah.
you just see like in front of you, one gets shot at by Millie, another one that is your sister's like this orb of green like acid, and then Farron just comes up and stabs it behind the back.
Can I make it to here?
You could get to here and and that's 25 feet of movement. You could be right next to this little bugger down here.
Well, I have 30 feet of movement, so can
Yeah.
I get? What about these guys? I can't get to the far guys over here. No, is that too far?
Those are like 60 feet away.
Yeah, they're like 60 feet at least.
Okay, I'm gonna. Well, that fucks up what I wanted to do. I was gonna use Divine Smite. I worked it out, with the math and everything. Because I was gonna try and take out both of these guys, but I mean, they're not terribly strong. I guess I'll just. Well, where is it's radiant damage. It wouldn't hit Carrie from where she's at, would it?
No.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I was gonna do that. I was gonna use Divine Smite. It gives me a plus. I already worked it out, but I'll read it out for you. It gives me a plus damage to the first level spell slot, in addition to my weapon attack, which I'm using my longsword.
Yeah, so you can, once you hit it, you gotta hit it first, and then you can choose if you want to expend the Divine Smite.
I'm gonna do that. Let me roll to hit.
Yeah, you hit easily.
Okay. So,
Do you want to use your Divine Smite?
I rolled my damage just to make sure, because I was planning on taking out those two at the same time. On the corner, I thought I could make it, but I can't. So, as long as it's not going to hit Carrie, because it's radiant damage. So you're already, so that's 7 plus 8 for 15 radiant damage to him.
Oh yeah, you just burn him to a crisp. Like, you just see he just like burns in like holy radiant light, and he just falls dead.
Yeah!
Oh, we were talking about goat meal.
That's my turn.
Lisa.
Okay. I'm gonna guiding bolt the one that's at the very the one that's 65 feet away.
This one here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Nope, that's a natural one because it bounced off my glass. I'm so mad. Okay. Never mind. Then I'm gonna
Was that sloppy dice, and maybe you can re-roll? Or no? It didn't land on the floor, did it?
It didn't land on the floor. It just bounced off my drink glass, but it was a readable number, so I think that's a cop out.
Maybe a dice tray in the future.
I have one that's just full of dice.
Yeah, so you conjure this black bolt of light, and you launch it, and it just you barely it misses and scorches this one here.
Damn it.
The gremlins go.
That would have been so cool.
Let's see here. Trying to see what oh, that would have been nice to know. That's right. Okay. One of these, you see this one appear. He speaks something, which I don't know if anyone you would speak this language. Does anyone speak Goblin?
No.
No.
Oh, hold on. Don't remember if that's one of the ones I took or not. Crap, where did I put it?
First part of your character sheet, in the bottom left-hand corner.
Efficiencies, hold on. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, it's this guttural, and you, the other one nods, and you hear it, bark out something to this one back here. And it will just dart off the map.
Oh boy.
This one, after speaking, will...
Rough translation of the goblin. Go get Jeffrey! Comes back with Jeffrey, just giant monster.
He's got my Starbucks, get Jeffrey. I need him. Actually, he'll stay where it is. And you see the gremlin points a finger at Millie.
Uh-oh.
And Millie, you feel this weird Joffrey. This weird, it almost feels like a weight on your shoulders. And you see the gremlin, instead of being hunched over, stands upright and seems to be jumping up and down. You're not sure what he did to you. And then the other one looks to Carrie and does the same thing.
Fuck.
Oh boy.
This is getting real funny.
They start to dart off.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Scorcha. They're far. They're real far away.
We're not gonna catch him.
Well, I can hit at least one of them with a guiding bolt. Granted, I don't roll a natural one again when it's my turn.
I can get one of them with Eldritch Blast if they don't run too far.
They can't do any more movement until after my turn.
Yeah. Scorcher, what you doing?
Hold on a second. She should be here.
She's here. She's moving around, but I don't hear
her. Let me pop back inside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. She's tapping something.
Yes, that is right. It is double movement.
That's your action.
She might be able to do that as a bonus, but she's a monk.
Oh.
Let's see here.
I know it's a bonus for rogues at level 2, but I don't know
Yeah,
anything
she
about
could spend
monks.
a key point as a bonus action to use the disengage or dash action.
Okay, apparently her mic is not working,
Okay. I could read the
or
text.
something is wrong.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you can spend a key point, lose your bonus action to dash. Which you should be able to move 80 feet. Okay. So you...
80 feet. Oh yeah, because dash.
Nice.
You can get to there. So yeah, you just like... You like focus and, like... You just focus really quick and then you just like burst into a dash and you just get up right into one of them. Okay, make a... What is a grab roll?
I think that's... Wouldn't that be a strength to, like, grapple it?
I think it's a
strength. Hold it?
I think it's a... athletics to grab. I had a player have this as his freaking actual, like, thing for doing combat. It was just grappling, and it was annoying. Here we go. I need you to make a strength athletics. 23. Okay, I need to make a dex. Acrobatics or athletics? I'll go for acrobatics. Yeah, no. Easily, you just like get up to it and just grab it by the scruff, by the back of its skin. And it's like, and you have it grappled in your hands.
Nice.
Okay.
Bravo.
Carrie.
20, 30.
From what you see, you have one left that isn't grabbed. One was grabbed by Scorcher, the other one isn't. It's trying to dart away.
I want to move right here.
To where?
30 feet in front of me.
There?
Yes.
Okay. And do what?
Shoot that one.
Okay, roll the hit. You have disadvantage. You have to roll twice and take the worst of the two.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
Oh. Because of whatever it was they did to us.
You're not in the way of the one that she wants to hit. You're fine. What'd you get, Carrie? You still hit. Roll damage. Man, both your rolls must have been really good. 11? Yeah, easily. You just like sink an arrow right into its body and it falls over. You feel that weird weight about you seem to like fall off, and you're like no longer have this weird feeling about you. And for the moment, the battle is done. You just see Scorcha in her hand, like almost around its throat, this little gremlin creature, just like you know, like all you hear is like this gnashing of teeth and just like cursing, almost in common.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm still getting used to only using my right hand.
Oh, you're fine. Oh, so you said the weird weight got off from Carrie. Did it get off me as well, or am I still feeling sluggish?
No, you feel like you felt confident when you killed that first one, but then after this other one like poked its finger, like stuck its finger at you, you felt like man, that must have been just a lucky shot. It's a bad day.
Oh, so it's affected like my self-confidence?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
They're almost sort of like you're looking at it, and it's like you like hear it like it's gnashing its teeth and it's like hissing at you. It looks like a very weird and distorted version of what you were told.
Huh.
And you guys are free to move up to like Like, are you guys gonna move up to where Scorch is?
Yeah.
Yes.
You look at the cow, and it's dead. Like, it's been messed up real bad.
Yeah, are you able to move your own icon?
Yeah.
How?
You upper left-hand corner, it looks like a little cursor icon.
Yeah.
You grab.
Okay, so I don't know why
it, and then you can move it around.
Oh, got it. Okay. I don't know why I didn't do that the first time.
It's controlled by you. I don't know why. Oh, you could ask it. You don't know.
I didn't think anybody spoke Goblin, or...
Okay.
It might be common.
And the goblin, looks at you, like, choking. It's like... it hisses at you, and, it just says, it goes through a couple languages, but then, like, you hear it, like, whoever speaks Elvish, it speaks Elvish. It says yes, and then, like, in common, a very guttural common, it says yes.
Well, I mean, I don't know I wouldn't trust any ideas I have, because, I mean, yeah. But, maybe the cow's, like, a sacrifice to something? Where did the other guy go?
You, like, as you're looking at that, you look off to what direction? He went eastward, like, into the forest.
Eastward?
Yeah.
He headed east, everybody.
And for Scorcha, the little gremlin thing, like, hisses, goes, flesh. Need the flesh.
For what?
Not I need. Master needs.
I'm gonna go up to who's your master?
It's not saying anything.
I cast thaumaturgy and I make my voice boom super loud and I ask it again.
You doing an intimidation check?
Yes.
Roll.
Oh god. Okay. That is a 11.
You see it shake, and he goes, don't know who master is. Only told get flesh, get food.
Could you take us to him?
He goes, maybe not.
Cast thaumaturgy again and say, take us to him.
He gets a little nervous. Goes.
I make the ground shake around him.
I also get nervous.
I can force him to take us.
I want to see what Scorch is going to say. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, you want to speak with the master? Is that what you're saying? Oh yeah, go ahead. He told you why. He said it was for flesh. He was told to get flesh for the master.
She asked, where is he taking it? Ben.
Yeah, I know. He just repeats again to his master.
I want to tell him to take us to him.
So you take us to your master, and I'll see that you live, or I can let these people have you. Are you trying to do an intimidation, Scorcha, or a persuasion? Roll intimidation.
Ooh, is this where we get to do Scorcha and dramatic reenactments of her
Yes.
of her lines?
All right, go ahead.
I disdain killing unless necessary.
The gremlin like looks at you. And he goes, "Fine. Let me go. Bring you to master."
Okay. Yeah. Wait. Like.
I will let you
Let
go.
you
when
go.
I
Let you go, or like.
I'll tie a rope around him.
Like, where are you gonna tie a rope around him? Like on his neck, or?
Oh yeah.
Scorcher says, "I will let you go when we have you on a leash."
I'll tie it around his neck, and I'll tie his hands also, and I'll like around his waist. So I neck, arms, waist, and then I'll hold on to it. Well, maybe somebody else should hold on to it. I only have one hand, but I am still pretty strong. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll grab a hold of one of them.
Alright, around the chest, not around the neck. Okay.
No, I'm gonna put it on the neck.
What about so like, do you like tie it around his body and then like put like a nice knot around his neck?
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, so you guys like Lisa, you take the rope and you like tie it around his body. You tie his hands behind his back.
I tie it tight.
Yeah, and then you go, "Fine, lead you to master." And he hobbles walks, and he leads you into the forest. And as you are led through this forest, it gets quieter and quieter.
Their pet now.
Yeah. And you just see him he's muttering to himself in some language you guys don't know.
I'm gonna pull him a little bit and tell him to shut up.
Hey, Mr. Gremlin fella, look, I think we got off on the wrong foot here. Okay, we don't want to hurt you if we don't have to. I mean, I'm sure you don't like us too much since we just killed a couple of your friends, so sorry about that. But I mean, where did your other friend go?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh boy, I really shouldn't be doing the talking. That would be. Sorry, one moment. Persuasion. 11.
Okay. He being more terrified of Lisa, he's kind of quiet. And also having Scorcha being right next to him. He just says, "To master, where we go."
I was afraid of that.
I lead you, let me go.
We'll think about it.
Scorcha says, "How many of your people are with your master?"
He says, "Like me, couple. Like others, a lot."
Oh, this sounds like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Meet master you will. Yeah, and he slowly leads you through this pathway through the forest. And you see the fog's rolling in. It's curling around you. Insight check, go ahead.
Yeah, and as we're walking, I'm definitely want to I guess it would be perception, like
Nat
look around,
20?
make sure. Ooh.
You, man, that's nice.
Woo!
25? Yeah.
Oh, one got away?
You you
Know
immediately
everything.
that- yeah, like he's telling the truth that there is a lot of people, like with his master, but he doesn't know about how many there are of his people. If that makes sense. Like he doesn't know about the gremlins so much, but he knows about these other things. There's a lot of them.
I want to ask what kind of other things.
He looks up to Scorcha, and he just like looks at you and then goes, like her, but better.
Oh God.
Oh.
And he like chuckles a little bit. Oh, yeah, like you like pulling her up, and like the new like even though you told Lisa not to tie like a knot around his neck, there is one. It like pulls him tight. As you say that, he goes, he looks at you and he just like, you don't see like a smile, but you see like the bottom part of his jaw like pop open, like pop beneath the mask, almost like he's smiling. And he goes, not anymore.
There's no orcs there anymore?
Better. That's all he says.
Okay, I'm definitely getting a little nervous now. I mean, I was nervous before, but I'm really nervous.
Can anyone detect corruption? Scorcha asks.
I have divine sense. That's as close as it gets. I only have one more charge though.
I detect evil and good, but I didn't prepare it today.
Yeah, I have it too, but I didn't prepare it either.
Would
Okay. Don't worry.
would detect corruption, would that be like a spell, or would it just be like you could just
Evil and good.
Yeah, it'd be
I don't know if
detect
there's a
evil and good.
detect
I have it,
corruption.
I just didn't prepare it.
I didn't prepare it either. I mean, I could try a divine sense, but I mean, you know.
I just look really hard at him. And see if there's anything that's similar to the stuff we saw with the boar.
The biggest telltale sign is the horns.
The horns?
Like, they're these really big curling horns that lead up. I can actually enlarge this picture for you guys. That's what he looks like.
I want to ask him how far away is his camp? I want to ask how far away is the master from where we are now?
He says, not far. Don't worry.
Because I don't want to blow this divine sense charge if it's further than 60 feet. So I want to wait until we get a little closer. Not close until we, we're close enough.
Is it not a timed thing? Like, what's the duration on it?
It's just like it doesn't say. I have enough charges as my I forget what bonus it said, but
Okay.
plus one, so I'm 3.
To answer you, Scorcha, Scorcha asked, what were you before you were better? The gremlin, looks to you, and he says, small, weak, made better, powerful, can do better tricks.
We killed all your friends in one blow. You're not very strong.
And he, like, bears his, like, hisses at you.
I just stare him down. I don't flinch. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame. I'm not gonna do anything with it, but I'm gonna, like, flare my hands up a little bit like I'm preparing it.
And he, like, hisses at you. And yeah, he continues to lead you all along this this pathway.
How big is your master?
He looks at all of you, and he doesn't like. He's like, not as big, but tall like all of you.
Like us, not taller.
Big, strong, better.
Tall like me?
Is that Millie?
Yeah.
So
because if so, we might have a chance.
So the marching order, I'm guessing, is that Scorcha and Lisa are in the front, or next to this guy.
Yeah.
Millie was talking to him, and then
Sorry.
everyone else is on the sides. Okay.
Yeah, I'm chilling by Lisa.
You all keep walking for a little bit till you get to this like pathway, almost gravel, very worked and dead leaves, like foliage. And we're gonna have some real quick. Okay. Gotta pause for Scorcha. But yeah, it's like the more you get into the forest, the deader it seems. Like just like life is drained out of it.
Ew.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm definitely looking around because I've got a feeling there's a chance we might be walking.
I lost you.
Definitely on the swivel.
Yeah, like I forgot to cut that off. Like as you get like more and more in, you hear like the faint chirping of the forest, but it's just so quiet and distant now. It's almost like you can barely hear it. Just waiting on Scorcha.
Okay, hold on. Yeah.
No, she's fine.
She'll be back in a second.
Are you pushed to talk?
No.
Ha ha ha! Loophole!
She came out here with me.
Okay.
Now she can talk. She can use my mic.
It's alright.
Yay!
Just one more second, I forgot my dice.
Oh no.
I've got some.
I don't trust yours.
She doesn't trust my dice.
It's alright. Trust me, I didn't trust the purple dice I had because my friend rolled them, so that's why I've been rolling the black dice.
Yeah, the white dice that I have that I rolled the natural one on for the dagger throwing, I haven't used that one yet today, but I still rolled a 1 anyway, so I guess having like 10 d20s doesn't really help.
My dice are rolling pretty good for this campaign. The last one I was in, they just were not very good at all.
I have like 4 sets on me right now. I have 2 elven set dice, red and blue. And then got the quote unquote Vax dice. Vax dice, whatever. I can't tell between the two of them. And yeah.
Vax is the guy.
Yeah, Vax then. Because Vex is right. Vexalia.
My dice are green with leaves on them.
Ooh.
They're really neat.
Ooh.
They were purchased for a druid I played, and I like them.
I have returned.
Alright.
Okay, she has returned.
Okay. So yeah, as I said, this gremlin is just leading you into the forest, and the fog is rolling in, and it seems to be thick. You can barely see him, but the horns are still poking out of the mist. And it's leading along this pathway that seems to be trotted and like has like drag marks. And it seems like the forest around it is dead and withered, almost like a grayish color.
Okay.
Is there much farther to go?
And as you say that, you are led to this area. And
Oh, that's cool.
And you see leading up, it's almost like a bunch of tombstones and rings around this little gravel path. And you see, standing here, these grotesque orc-looking things and these two beings that look like elves, but with like pinkish, like almost like skin, very pointed ears, and like nattered teeth through this metal that covers their face. And the little gremlin laughs and he goes, "Master," and this big thing in the back looks and sees that it's like captured, and it just roars. And we'll pick it up next week.
Oh.
Of course.
Oh man.
Wait, what is the date for next week?
Well, next week, Allie can't do it.
Right.
Yeah, I might not be able to do it either. I might be doing Gishwis.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wow, you do that too, huh?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, you do Gish?
Yeah.
My brother does that.
Yeah, I'm doing it this year. I didn't do it last year because I was heading up to college, but I'm doing it this year, and I did it 2015.
Okay.
It was the year I did it.
So, I guess the next time we'll do it is on the 13th of August?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Okay.
because the weekend's going to be the only time I'm really going to have a lot of time to actually be able to do Gishwa stuff.
Maybe I won't be so tired next time.
I'm sorry, it was a little longer than normal, but...
No, I was just, it's not y'all.
Yeah. But yeah, just be prepared for a nice fun fight.
Oh god.
Yay.
Yeah, we can remember what happens.
We're all gonna die.
That's okay, I wrote
on a
down. We're good.
leash.
Don't
I wrote
worry.
down.
But anyone that's watching, thank you for watching our first episode. And we'll see you next time.
Yay!
Woo!
Have a good night, everybody.
Woohoo! Night.
Nice.